Recorded live with little or no editing. It's a special edition of Defense Up. Zero sent me these pics of his never-before-seen defensive teams. We had a lot of trouble grading these, so I'm not even going to give him an A or an F or anything. This is some weird stuff. Zero is a member of our community with a rather small TCP. I'm not even going to make the TC penis joke. He has a rather small roster, and he uses weird stuff in unique ways. He's known for this, for getting through raids. He's in a top 10 raid alliance. He's somewhere between Diamond 1 and Diamond 3. I can't remember because he wasn't available to talk to us live during this recording. And if you would like to speak up for him, then you need to show up live on my Twitch streams. Gonna be Monday through Friday at some time. I'm not really sure when because my schedule's changing, but we'll figure that out later. Anyway, let's just jump into this. Team number 1 has a lot of pieces in it, right? You've got Gamma members here. You've got Unlimited members here. You've got Tangled. You've got Emma. So this is a really big, scary-looking team. Looks like it's going to go super fast, and you're going to have trouble getting in front of it and all of that, and then somebody's going to come in with the new warriors and blow it up. So, if they don't have new warriors at the level where Zero's operating at, this team is going to cause them a lot of problems. Not really sure if there is another good solution for this. Gonna be tough to get a mirror to go in front of it, even if you do. Rogue has an unavoidable ability block turn 1, which could really screw things up. The Red Hulks with their rewinds, all that stuff. So it's really cool to see this and see what scary things are being done here. And Zero says that he went 3-0 last time using these defenses. So they are working wherever he's at. But keep in mind, his offenses are probably going to be as janky mixed up as his defenses are. Just wanted to show you guys some new, fresh ideas because we are getting sick and tired of the old stuff. So this is neat. It's a blue 5 fortifier out there too. So that's kind of cool, I guess. That's a lot of drain coming off of those two. I don't know if it's worth it with the new warriors, if they're, gonna be able to take this out. I think they're gonna clean up 2 people off the team. I don't know. I just don't know. I think the new warriors is gonna smash this. I don't know if anything else is going to effectively beat this in one turn. So that's cool. All right. Team number 2 is what's left over from the Unlimited. Now, the idea here is people will take a look at this. They'll think it's just a straight Unlimited team and go into it with, say, a Walking Hate or something. This team is going to lose whatever they use on it. Most of the time, they use something too big for it, not realizing that Rogue isn't there, right? So if you're quick to jump in on this, you might not realize what's going on. The other thing is the Beast makes the power level of this team a little bit deceiving. This team is going to act like a 900, not an 800 power team. And the leftover pieces are still a pretty, they're pretty decent. Gambit puts out a lot of damage and everything. Rogue is really the linchpin of the team, but Gambit's no slouch either, so it's something there. I wouldn't recommend anybody intentionally do this all by itself. It's just he wanted to try what was in room 1. This is what's left over, so he used it for room 2. Room number 3, Green Gamma. And yes, that is a 24,000 power Dormammu, not a 240,000 power Dormammu. It is not Teal ISO G19. That's a little baby Dormammu. It has just enough T4s in it to give the revives to the rest of the Green Gamma members. Also, again, the power level of this team is going to be deceiving. Green Gamma by itself, we've seen in previous iterations that Green Gamma by itself is no slouch of a team. If you're utilizing Red Hulk on a hybrid someplace else, the leftover members of Gamma can really do some work. Used to be we would throw Captain America in here or something like a taunt to really give them time to keep healing. So he's got 3 healers, the blue 5 fortifier on Abomination, and then just the revives from Dormammu. Keep in mind, Zero is in a top 10 raid alliance, and he's not using Dormammu in those mystic lanes. So that's kind of proof that you no longer need to build Dormammu. I still think Dormammu's a fantastic character, but we were talking about it, and Pathfinder Gaming kind of showed us, hey, you don't really need him anywhere in the game. He's very useful, but you don't need him anywhere. So if you're saving Mystic Gear and you're thinking about building up your Dormammu, you might consider just passing on that until you get your Bifrost up and running. And instead just do something like what Zero did, which is just enough T-Force to get those revives off of the Dormammu. Anyway, this is kind of cool. I actually like this one. I already have a fully fleshed out Dormammu, but I think this is really cool. Team number 4, the Vibranium Tuning. This is a Wakandan team, and it's intentionally left small. This actually lures in Darkhold all the time, and other teams as well, and they lose or they have very inefficient matchups. His opponent trying to save that Masters of Evil for something else, because all these teams look so weird, they're not really sure how to fight them. So they try and save a cookie cutter team like Masters of Evil for something else. And this actually draws in alternatives. If your Wakandans are 1,000,000 power, they're gonna call a Masters of Evil, and that's it. It's nothing else. That's why we skip this in Defense Up all the time and not even talk about it. Because so often, it's just Masters of Evil, it's almost an auto-play matchup, and there's nothing else that works in this room, and it's super boring. So Zero intentionally left this team very small in hopes of drawing in something other than Masters of Evil. And he says it does work from time to time. They'll put in something else, and at the very worst, it's a very inefficient win for his opponent. Team number 5. Look at this thing. This is crazy. So Loki speeds up Mystic Controllers, which is Doom. Doom goes a little bit faster. We're not really sure where the timing is. Again, Zero was at work, so we didn't get to talk to him about this. There's also going to be summons on the field from Loki and summons on the field from Doom. Sometimes it's 2 and 3 Lokis, and depending on how that works out, it's gonna make Doom act differently, either doing his special or skipping it. There's a lot going on with how many people's on the field. The thing is that it's not so much Doom exploding with his special. It's actually Doom taking the time platform ride in the first place and bringing along Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi will ult every single turn in Building Momentum Room. He will be rewinding the turn meter 3 times in a row for your enemy. Meanwhile, Sam is going to speed up your team. Nova's going to lay out that positive battlefield effect. All the while, you've got Loki putting people under stealth and bringing out his summons. And then Doom, who started this whole thing. It's not an unbeatable team by any means. If his opponent is smart, they will simply come in and ability block Doom before Doom takes his first turn. If they don't ability block Doom before he takes his first turn, this team is virtually unbeatable because of the time control features. This team just goes and goes and goes, and your opponents just get rewound and rewound and rewound. So it's really cool. I like this, and I kind of wanted to show this one off to show. And here's the thing. We talked about this also. Sam is a member of that Walking Hate team, but he's not necessarily needed. A lot of people don't use the Walking Hate matchup, and so Sam's can be, we could classify him as free to use. Shang-Chi is a flex character, free to use. Loki, another flex character, free to use. People use him to help speed up Morgan Le Fay's and things, but he's free to use. Nova, powerful character, people like to use him, but he's also more plug and play at this stage in the game. And then, of course, Doom is being used all over the place, but as a plug and play character like this. So these members aren't needed anywhere, and Zero decided to put something different than Darkhold Apoc, Darkhold Quicksilver in 5. And I think it's really cool, and I kind of wanted to show this off. And finally, in Room 6, we have something where we have kind of found that this is a mistake. Vol is being used as a second Peggy, but as we've tested this out, and we said this in the previous Defense Up video, Vol doesn't get to her ultimate in time. She can get that exposed out there, and this team can AoE it and hit it and get lots of energy, but usually she doesn't get to her ultimate by turn 2. She does get killed, and so it's not that effective. I think this is just a scary threat for people who don't know what they're doing. They might spend too much time going after Vol, not realizing that they do have the time to get rid of Peggy first. If they were to do that, they would lose to this team because Peggy would revitalize players and Peggy would be bringing people back to life. So I don't think Vol's a good choice here, but it's something that we also wanted to talk about. So no grades on this one. I just wanted to take the opportunity to show you guys that there is new and inventive stuff being used out there. Again, Zero is 3-0 on his last Crucible tournament. So at whatever diamond level he's at, this is working for him. Now, whether he's banking on his opponent to make a mistake, and I don't recommend anybody ever do that, or he's just got such unusual stuff out there that people are making mistakes, I don't know. But it's cool that he got to share that with us. So remember, don't just have a good game, guys. Be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll see you for the next one.